Hello everyone, welcome. So this will be a review for the Tripowin Leá. This is a single dynamic driver earphone. It's priced around $25. So first of all, a big thank you to Litz for sponsoring this channel by sending me this earphone. Thanks guys. This will be my honest review for this particular earphone. First of all, the box packaging is fine. The cable it came with, I had to not use it because the cable wasn't good or wasn't working very well. It was there was a channel imbalance or something like that. Not just channel imbalance, but one set was louder than the other. So this was the original cable it came with, but I have to discard the cable. The cable is not good. I was even thinking something was wrong with the earphone until I changed the cable to this. So this is the cable that came with the Olina. So I just threw it on this and it's been fine. The earphone is incredible. So let's go on. First of all, the build quality on the Leá is amazing. It is a fantastic set, very lightweight, but still built like a tank. This is the way you build an earphone. This is how the Aria should have been built, like very lightweight, very with metal. This is a metal shell, but it is still lightweight enough to be very comfortable. This is an extremely comfortable earphone. It's not on the level of the Olina in comfort for me, but it is very close. Like I can wear this for several hours and there isn't any issue with comfort whatsoever. So I don't expect anybody to have comfort issues with the Leá at all. The accessories it came with, tips it did come with. I didn't use the tips because I didn't fancy those tips. That not just that, but any company that sends me earphone, I don't normally use their ear tips. I use my own ear tips. Like this is the DUNU, the DUNU tips, the DUNU CP100. This is the mini, the smallest version because my ear size is my ear canal is very small. So this is the smallest I bought. So this is what I'm using for this, and it is incredible. I'll get to the sound next. So everything about this earphone is just it's beautiful. I like the earphone. It's just a very well made earphone from top to bottom. Just get the cable right, get the ear tips right, and you're good to go. People might ask, what is this white wrapping behind the ear tip? So I always do something. So what I always do is that when I buy any earphone, I get a random ear tip I have. I tear off the side of the ear tip and I first put it on an earphone, then put the ear tip on the nozzle. What it does is that it elevates the ear tip out of the nozzle to, one, give me better comfort, but two, it curb any harshness at the top end. The only earphone I have not done that with at all is the Olina, because the Olina sounds incredible just out like that. Just put the right ear tips and you're good to go. The Olina didn't need that trick, but I always do that to any other earphone because I don't want harsh top end, especially if the earphone is very bright. I don't like harsh top end. So kind of like making you can see clearly that the nozzle is really below the ear tips. So kind of like giving that distance tames brightness. That's a trick I've been using over the years, and it's been working fine for almost any earphone that I've used it on. So the only earphone I've not tried that on because of the fantastic tuning is the Olina. The Olina doesn't need that sort of trick. So the next thing we will go to now is the sound quality. Now, sound, first of all, if you're gonna buy any earphone below $50, I would suggest you buy the Leá. The Leá is the best tuned earphone I've tested below $50. It is an incredible, in fact, let me just put it this way. The Leá is a mini version of the Olina in tuning. I think when they were making the Leá, they pretty much took the same graph, the same. If you graph this Leá, it will pretty much graph similar to the Olina. And that is what I believe because they sound almost the same. The only difference is that this one does not have that full expansive sound that the Olina has, and it doesn't have the bass quantity. So the Olina has more slam, more impact. It's a fun set, but this one has the clarity that when you listen to it, you would think you're listening to $100 plus earphone. It surprised me. When I put this earphone on, I was like, oh, it would be another $25 set. No, when I did listen to it, I was shocked. And right now, this is my outdoor earphone going forward. Finally, I'm going to replace the KBEAR KS1. The KBEAR KS1 has always been my go-to earphone over the years. I've used it every single place that I've been to. I use it to go out. But finally, this KBEAR KS1 is going to be retired. I can see I've taken out everything from it. It is a retired set now, simply because the Olina is just better. It's just better. It's just better. When you see something that is better, you just can't deny that it's better. The Leah is better than the KS1, and it has dethroned it. The KS1, it took 2 long years for another IEM to dethrone the KS1. For me, literally, I've tested all the budget sets from KZ, CCA, CVJ, all these sets. They never dethrone. They never dethrone. They didn't even scratch the KS1 all these years. But the Leah has finally done that, and that's from another brand, Tripowin. Honestly, the bass on this is not as powerful as you would want it, like a blonde. It's not as powerful as a blonde, but it is controlled. And I like the bass. It doesn't need, I get it. People always like bass. I too like bass a lot. But there is a time when you will need to understand that bass is not everything. You kind of have to understand that bass quantity is not always the absolute be all and end all for any earphone. So for me, I will say the bass on this is fantastic. It's by far the best bass for under 25 or $30 or even $40, because I don't hear any bloat. It doesn't have that quantity of bass that will give me that bloat to begin with. So I understand people will say, oh, it doesn't, it's not a bassy set. Yes, it's not a bassy set, but it is a very well controlled set. It is well controlled in that low region, and it sounds amazing. The mids is just amazing on this earphone. Look, the mids on this earphone does not do justice to the pricing, because the pricing of this earphone kind of like undermines the quality of the mids of this earphone. The mids of this earphone is rivaling $100 earphone sets. Literally, let me put it this way: this earphone sounds better, a lot better than the Aria, and the Aria is $80. This earphone sounds better than the Sanford. I think the planar sensor I tested, the piezo one. I think the piezo one, and that set was $165. It sounds a lot but more better than that. This set sounds better than the NS Audio NS5, the one I reviewed before. Yeah, NS5. Yeah, it's better than the NS5. That NS5 is $155. It sounds better than that. That's show you how good this set is. This set is fantastic. If you buy this set and don't buy the Olina, I don't think you will feel too sad. Now, the Olina is better. The Olina is better slightly than this, but that's to show you how close this thing is coming to that Olina. In fact, if you take away the quality base that the Olina has, I would pretty much say that this thing is on the level of the Olina in terms of sound quality, because it has that extension in treble. It is very well separated. I don't have any issues with the vocal whatsoever. It just sounds incredible. You won't believe that it is a budget set that is giving you this sheer amount of detail for the price. This is a wonderful set. It is a wonderful set. I have no issues with the tuning whatsoever. I'm going to be using it to go out from now henceforth. It's now my outdoor set. I will always pair it up with if I'm going out, I will use it with a DAC like this. This is the FiiO BT the BTK BTR 3K. Yeah, the 3K. Yeah, BTR 3K. So this is a new companion. The two fit each other. I've tested both. That's They work well with each other. The only downside, and I have to highlight that to anybody that wants to buy the Leah, is that it is harder to drive. In fact, it's harder to drive the Leah than even the Olina, and even the IBasso. It is harder to drive this than almost any other dynamic driver I have around here. It is hard to drive this set. You need a bit of power, but my God, if you give it a bit of power, this thing sounds incredible. So It needs some power, but if you give it juice, it will be incredible. It will be incredible. It will be incredible. It will be incredible. So that is it. That is it. That is my review for the Tripowin Leá. It is an amazing set. I don't have any issues with the set. It sounds incredible and it's just great for fun for you to listen to it. Pair it up with the BTR 3K and you're good to go. I think this is the best you can pay for right now, under $25 or even below $50. This is the best you can pay for right now. All where you can buy it from will be in the description. So do check it out. Subscribe to the channel. See everybody very much next time.